Hello, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you a book haul that I got. A friend of mine works for a school district nearby, and the librarian was cleaning out some of the older books to make room for new books for the new school year coming up. And she asked me to come over and invited me to come over and just look through all the old books and see if there was anything I was interested in. She knows I'm a book geek, and I will find a home for these things. And also, at one time, I had a girls' book club for all the like little church girls, like 7, or I guess like 8 through 11 ish. So, so I do have a passion for getting little kids to read, getting young people to read. So today I got this whole big Rubbermaid container thing full of books. There's also a box over there, but I'm not going to deal with it today, I don't think. But I wanted to go through and show you all these cool books as I put them on my shelf. Until I figure out what I'm going to do with each one, like which ones are going where. And I think I'll do some of that now because I'll be kind of sorting them. I did look through the boxes at the library, like when I went to pick them up, So I do have an idea of what I picked out and what I took with me and everything. But some of them, I just kind of, that's interesting, and then moved on. Like I didn't really focus or really, I don't know, really read the back of the book or anything like that. Like I just looked at the book and, oh, yeah, that'll work, whatever. So, so yeah, we can get started with that. And I'll kind of divide them up, I think. I have these old video shelves. I got rid of the DVDs that were on them. Well, I haven't really gotten rid of them. They're in bags behind me, but they're ready to be gotten rid of, taken to donate. And just trying to take the cover off of this casually while I talk to you. But anyway, so I'll figure out kind of, maybe a couple shelves for kids that I know who I think the book's good for, and then these for ones that I need to kind of process, because in order to put them into circulation out in the donation world, like if I was going to leave them at the Little Free Library, which is one of my plans for what to do with these books, is take some of them at least to the Little Free Libraries. I need to cover up the little thing that says what the school is and the barcode. So I don't have any stickers for that purpose. So I'll buy stickers tomorrow and I can do that. But today I mostly just want to look through them, see what I've got, and where I'm going to put them, like where I'm going to distribute them. So thank you for stopping by. Without further ado, we'll get into this. So this one that I was playing with is Mary Poppins in the Park. And it's this cute little edition. It's these are the books that I loved, that my generation loved, and that maybe my mom's generation loved. Sitting bolt right up against a tree. See? Very nice. Anyway. So these are, I'm going to try not to read them, so just sit here and read them, because that's even, that's a weird video to make. Just let's, watch me read a book. But mostly people do that, so maybe that's good content. I don't know. They have a lot of followers, people who just read and make videos about it. So who knows? So Mary Poppins in the Park, I'll put right here. And Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder. That's such a pretty copy. You can't really even tell because, the video doesn't do it justice. and I'm working with, what, 8 o'clock? Yeah, 8 p.m. light, so it's what it is. But it's just such a pretty copy. And I'll put it here because they're both kind of classics, you know, at least my definition of classic. Speaking of classics, The Wizard of Oz. So put that, I guess, I don't know. We'll work on it. This looks so fun. Gulliver and Lilliput, and it's a picture book. And like the the Lilliputians when they tied Gulliver down. That's so fun. Anyway, it's retold from the Jonathan Swift book. But the pictures are really cool. I like them. So, they won't fit over here, obviously, but... Alright, so, Mary Poppins. The first one. So we'll put her with Mary Poppins in the park. Tuck Everlasting. I've never even read that one. So, put that there. Not sure what I'll do with it, but it can go there. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Mary Poppins Comes Back. I'm not sure where in the series that goes, so I'm going to put it in the middle. Because that seems like, you know, she leaves at the end of the first one, I think. And then, yeah. Anyway, this one, I got it for a friend whose dog is the worst thing I've ever met in my life. It's called Help, I'm Trapped in Obedience School. Ah! I dropped it. Whatever. So that's by Todd, what does that say? Strasser? Yep. Anyway, that reminded me of that dog. Oh, that dog. It's special. Anyway, that's going to a friend, so I'll put that there. Alright, what else? A Message from the Match Girl. That's that. And it's by Janet Taylor Lizzle. Sounds right to me. I'm thinking this is one. I wanted to read, and then I was thinking I'd bring it to the... It won't fit. It's too tall. I've never had that problem in my life being too tall. But this book has that problem. So, yeah. It will probably, yeah, it can go up there with Dr. Allen. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't even know. This is such a crazy video. This is why people write scripts before they make videos, but that's just too bad. And this is another one that I wanted to read before I put it in the little free library. But this one I want to read closer to like Christmas time. It's called Lord of the Nutcracker Men by Ian Lawrence. And it looks like maybe, well, it looks like World War II type stuff, but I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's in 1914 in Germany. So that's even before the First World War, isn't it? Anyway, so I wanted to read that, and I think it's too tall to be in any of the other shelves either, so move aside, Dr. Grant. Alright. This just looked cute, and I wanted to read it. And then I'm sure I'm going to put it in the little free library, but it's The Van Gogh Cafe by Cynthia Rylant. Not sure when I'll get to reading that, but it can go up there until then. Girlhood Journeys. It seems kind of like, almost like American Girl kind of thing, only girls from other places. I don't know if it's associated with that. But I was thinking I'd put that in the little free library. Just looks interesting. So, where? I think this will be the little free library shelf. Like things that I'm not going to read first, but... Alright, so This is another World War II book. A lot of things are written in the setting of World War II. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but it is interesting war if you're interested in reading about war. But I don't know. Anyways, this is called The Puppeteer's Apprentice. I love apprentices. I'm not sure why. I like stories about apprentices. So there you go. It's by D. Ann Love. So I'm going to put this here because I want to read it. But again, it will most likely end up in the Little Free Library. Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. That, of course, goes with The Little House on the Prairie. And that's another just beautiful copy, and it makes me sad that kids don't read that anymore. Like, a lot of these books are, like, they don't even have their spines cracked. Look at this beautiful little secret garden book. Not even a crack in the spine. Like, no child has read this. And, like, these are great books. And, you know, I'm glad that they read something, but really, you know, if you're reading Captain Underpants and not reading, like, some of these good, like, I don't know, classics, you know, I don't get it. But, you know, read nice things, you know, and hopefully when you get older, you'll want to read the cool stuff. Or what I think is cool. Yes, that's judgy and gatekeepy, and I don't care. Some of these, they're classics for a reason. The Secret Garden, especially for girls, but really I think boys could enjoy it too because there are male characters that are going through stuff in it. But, yeah, The Secret Garden is an awesome book. And I think every 9-year-old girl should know that story. That's just my opinion. Whatever. The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. I don't know if that's how you actually say his name, but he's not alive to correct me, so there you go. I'm going to put that there alongside The Secret Garden, another classic. This one I picked up strictly for the Little Free Library. The Trolls by Polly Horvath. Put that up there. Luis, the One and Only. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'll give that to one of the kids that I know. But I just think it's cute. Rikki Tikki Tavi by Rudyard Kipling. I just like picture books. And I like, you know, the art on this one. So there you have it. What's else? The Animal Family by Randall Jarrell. It was illustrated by Maurice Sendak. That's why I got it. But, I don't know. I just wanted to read it, and then I will most likely put it in the Little Free Library. Another book. It's a lovely little copy. It barely has any, like, signs of wear, and nobody read it. So sad. I'm sure that the Captain Underpants ones, and I'm not just making fun of that one, the Dog Boy or Dog Man or whatever he is, that's another one that, like, I don't get it, but, you know, I'm not the target audience, so whatever. Alright, so this one, The Nose from Jupiter by Richard Scrimger. And I just thought that looked interesting, and I'm going to put that in my Little Free Library. What is it? 3rd grade? Upper 3rd grade. Black Beauty. You know, after me railing about why don't they read the classics anymore, I'm going to go ahead and confess I have never ever read Black Beauty. I haven't watched the movies. I was never really a horse girl. I know a lot of girls are horse girls. A lot of kids want to be cowboys or cowgirls or whatever. But that is just not me at all. I love the idea of living on a farm. I like petting horses. Like when I go to the fair, I like to go and like pet all the big horses. You know, that's fun. But like as far as like, I don't know, reading about them and decorating my room with them, like that was not me. I do have my picture of my great blue heron up there, and that's personal though, because I took that picture and I talked to Harry. I'm pretty sure it's like third generation Harry by this time, but I named him Harry. I'm so creative and clever. Anyways, he walks along on the lake and fishes, and he tiptoes, and it's very cute. And that picture, I was walking up to him slowly, trying to get a better picture, and he turned his head real quick, like, "What do you want?" And then he saw my camera, and he's like, "Oh, it's the paparazzi." I tell you, like, it was crazy. It was like his whole demeanor just like relaxed or whatever, and he's like, "Okay, go ahead, take my picture." Like, it was so cute. Like, I'm sure I'm anthropomorphizing, the word. Anyways, I'm projecting human characteristics onto this poor little bird, but I don't care. It was cool, and that was like seriously how it seemed from my human perspective. So anyways, the Black Beauty, I'm still not interested. I'm putting it in the Little Free Library. This one I also got for the Little Free Library, and I thought it might be interesting to kids like me when I was a kid who were very interested in animals and, like, going on an adventure or whatever. This one has like all sorts of crazy pictures. It's the Jungle Book, but it's like got pictures of, like, kids on elephants, and like some of them are like photos, like, and some of them just like illustrations, but it's more like kind of a nature book, but it's the story of the Jungle Book. So I thought some kid who's scientifically minded may have liked that. This one I'm curious about. It had 2 copies. It's called Heaven by Angela Johnson, and I don't know anything about it, so I figured I'd read it, and then if I like it, then I will put it in the Little Free Library. This one, I picked for the Little Free Library. If you're one to do drinking games, please do not take a shot every time I say Little Free Library, because you'll end up in the hospital with alcohol poisoning. So, this one's headed there. The Great Whale of Kansas by Richard W. Jennings. It looked kind of like a boy book to me. I know that's probably not, well, I know it's definitely not politically correct nowadays, but some books are just written for boys, and I think that that's okay. And, I discussed this before with man books, like Hemingway and, the other one, Steinbeck. They wrote as men, for men, about men, doing male things, and that is okay. It's okay to know your audience and write a book specifically for certain people, and other people can read it. It's not like you have to be a man to read a man book, but there was intention there, and I think that's all right. So this looks like a boy book to me, but once I put it in the Little Free Library, who cares who gets it? Somebody will get it, and they'll enjoy it, and they'll learn, and it'll make them smart, and they'll be blessed. That's my hope. That's my hope for all these books that are going to the Little Free Library. That it will bless the children, or the adults, the people who read them. Alright, so this, I've told you before, I like a ratty copy of a book. I just love just a ratty old copy. Give me broken spines and crinkled pages and just an ugly old copy. And that is exactly what this is. It's The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. And it is an ugly copy, and I'm obsessed. It's going right there with the things I plan to keep. This book, I don't know anything about it, but it just looked nice to me. I don't know why. And, I thought that somebody might enjoy it at the Little Free Library. Don't take that shot. Set it down right now. Right now. Be safe. Anyway, So that's Caleb's Story by Patricia McLaughlin. She wrote Sarah, Plain and Tall. So I just thought it looked, I don't know, cute. So that'll go in the box. This one I picked specifically for my little friend Aubrey. It's called Igraine the Brave by Cornelia Funk. And it just looks fun, and she is totally brave. Right now she has a cast because she's a little too brave. But anyway, I liked the cover of her on her horse. I was going to say unicorn, but it was a trick of the light. It looked like he had a horn. But anyway, yeah. So I'm very excited. I will give this to her. She will like it. I know she will. I'm confident. So, the next one is Hattie's Holiday by Marie Frost. It's one that I intend to read in the winter, little bitty kid book, and then I will put it in the box. And that'll be that. From now on, the little free library will be called The Box, because I don't want to be, in charge of y'all's drinking games, and I know you're up to it. So anyways, Iron Man by Chris Crutcher. It just looked like another boy, like a boy book, That guy looks like he's about to go swimming or wrestling or something, like some sort of competition. I don't know. This says football. He has a football coach. Oh, like Iron Man, like the triathletes. So, I think Iron Man's triathlon, isn't it? Whatever it is, you know what it is. Or maybe you don't, like me. So, it's a race, like a competition of some sort. So, it's a race! There you go. Iron Man. And finally, my washer is done, so it won't be making all that noise behind us. Behind me. Thimble Summer by Elizabeth Enright. I kind of liked the cover, and I don't know anything about it. I love summer. Summertime is the best time in the whole wide world to me, and so I thought I might want to at least thumb through it, even if I don't read the whole thing, and then it will go in the box. The Two Princesses of Bamer. Oh, that sounds so fancy. It's by the author of Ella Enchanted. So it's by Gail Carson Levine, somebody, and there it is. And I like the cover, and I planned on keeping it all to myself. At least until I read it, and then I will decide what to do. So this one's Jungle Dogs by Graham Salisbury. And I know nothing about it. And again, I thought it sounded like a boy book. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It sounds like a boy book just by what I just skimmed. I see boy book potential there. So, off to the box. The Innkeeper's Apprentice. Again, it's by Alan Say. Again, I love an apprentice book. I like learning, and I like the idea of people learning and getting an education to learn how to do something that can help them. I'm a big proponent of technical school. College is all well and good if you have a lot of time to waste, whatever, or if you want to do something specific, like becoming a doctor or something where you need, schooling. You can't just learn that out in the world or in 6 months or whatever. But if you have no idea what you want to do, it's perfectly okay to go get a trade school thing and just learn how to be, a machinist or a mechanic or something that's useful. And even if you don't do that as a profession, you have skills. So if anything ever happens, then you can just run right out and say, guess what? I'm a registered, whatever. And you'll get a job. That's useful. Not like, I took finger painting for 3 years. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I totally would. And well, not finger painting, but I would totally, like, just go to school for, ever, like, taking silly classes like finger painting and basket weaving. But, that's not always the most applicable thing. Um, I'm not saying you can't get a job finger painting and basket weaving. A lot of people on YouTube are doing stuff like that. But just, uh, it's probably not the easiest to come by a career. There. So, thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. by Eleanor E. Tate. So, this had kind of like, what was her name? Ruby. I can't think of her name. The little girl who went to school, segregation, Ruby. Well, you're on my phone, so I can't check, but her name is Ruby. Anyways, it had that kind of vibe, so I don't know what it's about, but I thought that it would be fun for the box. Bridges. Go crazy trying to figure things out. I don't know anything about this book, but it's like a chapter book, little kids book, and there are a few of them. I don't know where the other ones are, but I got multiples in case they're really fun. But this one is 3 Tales of My Father's Dragon by Ruth Stiles Gannett. And I think maybe that the 3 books, yeah, okay. So, yeah, the 3 books that are in this, which I plan to keep for my own little self, are The Dragons of Blue Land, My Father's Dragon. This is another copy of The Dragons of Blue Land. And then Elmer and the Dragon. And I thought those would be fun for the box. So far, the box is doing very well. Yeah, it's just doing very well. Water Street by Patricia Riley Giff. So, I don't know anything about it. It's set in Brooklyn in 1875. It's even older than Captain America. Oh, the person with the cover on put it in upside down. I do not believe that was, intentional. But before I do anything with it, I will flip it around, because that would make me crazy. Just knowing about it right now is making me a little crazy. So we'll put that in the sick book department. That's what she had the librarian at that school. She had the sick book department, and just so you don't have to look at the paper towels. Had the sick book department in her library, and that's where all the damaged books go to get well. So, The 100 Dresses by Eleanor Estes. I think I got 2 copies of this because it looked cute and I liked it. And I like the idea of owning 100 dresses, so I'm going to keep this one for myself, and then if we come across the other one, then there you have it. The Last of the Really Great Whangdoodles by Julie Edwards. Now, some of you may know of her, Julie Andrews Edwards. But that is exactly why I got this book. I know nothing about it whatsoever. It has a castle on the front. And the Whangdoodle was once the wisest and kindest and the most extraordinary creature in the world. So, that sounds like a good deal. I will read that. And if I don't like it, guess where it goes? In the box. Okay. The Year My Parents Ruined My Life by Martha Freeman. I thought that would be fun for the box. That girl looks miserable. It's exactly like the movie Inside Out. Like, I think they move her across the country and wreck her life. So, oh, it's the opposite. They're moving from sunny California with their broccoli pizza. Okay, it doesn't say broccoli pizza, but, I know. And they're moving to Bellatuna, Pennsylvania, where it's snowing and gross. So anyway, I thought that was fun because I like the premise of Inside Out. So these ones, The Wizard of Oz is also going to the box. I just decided. So, Tuck Everlasting, another copy of it. I may keep this one, and I don't know. It's so frustrating having to decide the fate of things. But, I guess I'll put this one in the box. Yolanda's Genius by Carol Fenner. I don't know what it's about, but it's about a girl, and apparently she's smart. So there you go. And I I picked that up for the box. Bud Not Buddy. I'm not sure what it's about. Is it Buddy Holiday? I don't know. I do not know. I thought I would thumb it and then put it in the box. Sound the Jubilee by Sandra Forrester. I don't know anything about that either, but I thought I might read it and then put it in the box. Everything's going to the box. Oh, that's where the sick ones go. Huh? That one. I don't know. Yeah. Poor Dr. Allen. He's getting smushed. This is another copy of Bud Not Buddy. There. Ow. My leg is funny. Fourth Grade Weirdo by Martha Freeman. That's that. He looks like a weirdo, doesn't he? I actually know a kid who looks very much like that. But, he's a nice boy, so I'm not going to, talk too much smack. But, to the box. Oh, these ones, they didn't seem to have any... Oh, okay, there's a stamp inside. But I don't know what school that is. I've never heard of that school. That's not the school I got these at. So, I got The Hare and the Tortoise, Stone Soup, lots of Stone Soup, Goldie and the Three Bears. Oh my gosh. The Three Bears, The Hat. I don't know anything about The Hat. Retold by Michael Shannon, which suggests that it was once told initially, but I don't know anything about the story of the hat. Do any of you know about the story of the hat? Comment below. Tell me all about the story of the hat. And Stone Soup was always one of my favorite stories, just because, the little old woman conned all those rude people. Anyway. And that's a Goldie. That's a cute photo. Illustration, I mean. This is just the Three Bears. And the Little Red Hen, finally. There we are. That's that. I love picture books. I adore picture books. I don't think these will fit. Well, they kind of fit. They do fit. Yay! Turtle Clan Journey by Lyndia Durant. I thought that looked like a boy book, and I would put it in the little free library. The box. Sorry. Anyway. Rex Runs Away. I'm tempted to give, that to my friend who has the rotten dog, but, whatever. So, I'll put that over here with her dog who needs to go to obedience school. The Midwife's Apprentice. Again, another apprentice book that is exactly why I got it, because I thought it was interesting. Ooh, it has a cat on the cover. I love a cat. Anyway, so that'll go there. for me to read. The 21 Balloons by William Penne Dubois. I know nothing of it, but it's going in my pile of TBR children's books. The Never-Ending Story by Michael End. If you are like me and you grew up in the 80s and you watched this movie and it like broke your heart and you cried like a little tiny child, you may have been a little tiny child, but you just sobbed your eyes out when the horse died. Okay, that's the kind of trauma that my people, my age group, had to live through. I mean, you know, it's very traumatic. You know, let's just take a moment of silence for the horse. All right, on to The Midwife's Apprentice again. Is that the same author? Yeah, it is. Okay. I wasn't sure. But Karen Cushman, Midwife's Apprentice, a different looking cat. I wonder if that's like in the Hunger Games movies, where in the first movie, the cat that they hired to play Buttercup was not a dirty orange cat. Did they not read the book when they went to the pound to find the cat? He was a dirty orange cat. And little Prim thought he looked just like a buttercup. But really, it was a dirty orange cat. But no, they didn't even read the book, so why would they know anything? So, whatever. That's my rant for the day. Miss Hickory by Carolyn Sherwin Bailey. Now, she looks like she's wearing Crocs, which is almost inexcusable, except that she's a mouse, so maybe it's okay. But, ew. Just, ew. Yeah. So I don't know what it's about. It seems to be like a Thumbelina type of thing. And, I'll have to read it and find out. So, that's good information. Read it and find out. Wilderness Boy by Marjorie Everdeen. No, Everdeen. Sorry. I'm still in my mind with the Harry Potter stuff. So, that's that. I don't know anything about it, but I figured I'd put it in the box. Wharton and the Kings of the Skies by Russell Erickson. And it's, frogs, kind of like, you know, the Wind in the Willows. I don't know. I just thought that Mr. Toad, you know, all that. Like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cute, and I wanted to read it. So, in my TBR. And the 100 Dresses, this is the other copy. It's just a little paperback. So, I was going to put that in the box. And while I was shuffling through these, a bookmark came out. Isn't that a nice bookmark? I'm on a diet, so I'm not going to look at it too closely, but it's cute. So, there we are. And it's my Sharpie marker. Because I was going to go through and cross out the information, but it looks like she already tried that, and then maybe it smudged or something. So I'm not sure. I'll just get stickers, and that'll be that. So thank you for spending this time with me. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. Yeah, I wanted to go through those books. I'm so excited. You know, these ones are going to the box. I get to read those. I'm just going to keep these for a little while because they're classics, and I love my classics. And let's put those there. And then give this one to my little friend, Aubrey. I'm excited. So I look forward to, you know, getting through some of these books and reporting back to you about what I find and what I learn from this. And just in time, the sun is going down, so I am turning blue, like Madame Blueberry. So blue, I don't know what to do. So, yeah, on that note, hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next time.